Welcome back to the Bailey Financial Group. This is Jerome. Thankful that you're here. So here we are at day 27 of the FTMO challenge. So things are looking up a little bit. My FTMO account was negative last time, and right now we're looking towards the upside. So if you don't know what the FTMO challenge is, FTMO is a trading firm, very well-known trading firm, and you can get into these challenges, between 10,000 all the way up to 200,000, and then depending on which one you enter, if you pass the challenge parameters, you win the account and you become an FTMO trader. And this is not my first time going through this. I failed the first couple times, but this time it's looking pretty good. So hopefully we just continue moving upwards and onwards. But anyways, right now we're sitting at $278. Okay, and these are the parameters pretty much. So we got to have at least 10 trading days. Right now I'm at 3 on this go around. The max you can lose in one day is 5 grand. So the most I've lost in the last day was just, a grand. Now the most ever you can use ever in an FTMO account is 10 grand. That's very reasonable. I mean, if you're a decent trader, or even somewhat of a novice trader, this should be that's pretty good. Okay, so this is where we're at right now. So this number has to go up to 10%, which is 10 grand. Within between 10 to 30 trading days, which is, I believe, is very reasonable and is very possible to do. Okay, so the last trading day was pretty good. I traded gold and oil the last trading day, and I made a total within this account $1,331. And all that was actually, the total trading time was less than 3 hours, which I was pretty impressed by that. So looking pretty good so far. Let's take a look at the trades that I took real quickly. So one of the trades was gold. Okay, so let's take a quick look. This was on my trading view chart. So I saw a pretty good type, I think it was a type 3, let's see, type 1, yeah, type 3 M setup on gold. So I did take that. This was my entry. Now I always take my entries on 3-minute charts. I'll use a 15-minute chart to evaluate the setup, and then I'll lower it down to a 3-minute chart for a better entry. So that's what I did here. And yeah, it was a type 3M setup, and my exit was right here. So I exited right around here, and this was about a $300 trade. And something was telling me to get out down here. I was hoping that it would go down a little bit further. But the thing about the London session is that there's still more trading to go, because you have the Asia session, the London session, and then after the London session you have the New York session, which is right over here. So if the market is going down within the London session, there is a chance that it could go back up and meet the high of the day that's already in place. So, but I was banking on it going down, but I saw this happening, the price action. I said to myself, you know what, just go ahead and get out and take a little bit of profit. So that's what I did. I just took a real small profit right there, about $350. It's better than nothing. I was hoping to get around at least a grand, but it's better than leaving, with a zero or negative. So I'll take that. So I manually got out of the trade for profit. And I had the comments right here. Should have gotten out of the trade earlier for more profit, but again, like I said before, I was thinking it was going to continue to go down, but you saw it didn't, and that's okay. That's okay. All right. So, and I also traded oil. Okay. So right here was my trade entry. Again, this is on a 3-minute chart. I used the 15-minute chart to look at an analysis as far as a good setup, and I used a 3-minute chart for entry. So I had a good assumption that this would be pretty good, because we have three pushes, 1, 2, 3 pushes towards the high on this 3-minute chart. And that signaled to me that this was going to be decent. So I set a trading alert right here around this area to beep and let me know that price is in here. So as soon as my alarm went off on TradingView, I took a look, and that's where I made my entry above the numbers. Okay, so I entered right there, and that is a type 2 M setup. Like I said, 3 pushes to the high, and I used my 3-minute chart for entry. And here was the result of that trade. So 3 pushes to the high, and got in above the numbers right there, and there it is right there. I think this trade was over $1,000, and it did continue to go down for a little bit more, but I like to take money off the table. It's better than leaving the trade with absolutely nothing, and I've learned that the hard way. I've definitely learned that the hard way, and it's not fun. It's not fun. So it's good to just take the profits while you can and get out ahead if you can. Because it's not good to hold on to losers. I've been through that a lot. So take what you can get out of the market, because the market, they'll take your money back from you, that's for sure. So I manually got out of the trade for profits, and I did feel that the price would reverse, and it actually did reverse, because I went back and I looked at the chart, and it did reverse. It went back up towards the high of the day during the US session after the London session. Okay, so that's pretty much about it for these two trades. Pretty decent trades, and it's nothing to write home about, but they're two decent trades. And let's go over to my trading view. So this is the 15-minute chart for the gold. Over here is the Asian session. This is the London session right here. This is in New York, and I was trading the London. So let's get all these lines off the chart so I can show you real quick. Don't want to have confusion all over the place. So over here, this was the Asian session, and I took the type 3 M setup for the gold, and that trade was down here around this area, because we can see that setup right here, even on the 15-minute chart, around here in this area, and it did go down. This was the part where I entered, I think, up here, and then I went down here for that trade. And for the really good oil trade, get these lines back up real quick. Let's see. Sorry, my computer's a little slow. But anyways, over here, Asian session and London session. Now, what I like to do, I like to draw the high and the low of the Asian session. That helps me to be aware of the setups during the London session. Okay, so let me take these lines off again. So in here, I have the high and the low mapped out from the Asian session. Over here is the London session, and this is a pretty good, obvious type 2 M setup. We got the pattern right here, got it going down, up and then down, and I set my alert right here in this area. Okay, I set my trading alert, and then I went down to the 3-minute chart, and that's where I entered, and it turned out to be pretty good. So I'm all about setups. I've been listening to this guy. His name is Stacy Berg, and it's all about trade setups, not about how many pips you can get. It's just having faith in your setups and trusting your setups, and just doing it that way. Not necessarily about trend chasing, but just having a few good setups in your playbook, and just relying on those and having patience to really wait till those setups set up. But anyways, that's about it for this video. I just wanted to show you, give you an update about my FTMO journey. It's going okay so far this go around. My goal is, of course, to pass this and to have my first deposit from FTMO once I pass, but I also have milestones towards that. So my first milestone will be getting my account to 3,000. Milestone number 2 will be getting it to 6,000, and then of course milestone 3, 9,000. Then the overall part of the goal, well, let's just say is another milestone to pass the first phase, but the overall goal is to pass the entire challenge and get my first deposit from FTMO. Hopefully a pretty good deposit. But anyways, that's about it. That wraps this video up. I just wanted to give you a quick update, show you my trades, and show you what I'm looking at on my charts. My name is Jerome with the Bailey Financial Group. Thank you so much for watching this video. Thank you for being a subscriber, and thank you for leaving those comments. I appreciate that. If you have any questions at all, just drop a comment below, and I will get to those as soon as I can. And I appreciate you. And like I say always, stay blessed, take the money, and run.